Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. An incident at a nightclub Saturday morning sent one man to the hospital with a gunshot wound, and now police are looking for a person of interest. According to police, a 19-year-old man stepped outside of the Mambo Cafe on South Church Street to have a cigarette. He was approached by 35-year-old Courtney Miller, who allegedly grabbed a diamond necklace from the man. Another man who was with Miller grabbed a gold necklace from the teen. The victim went back into the club telling his relative about the incident. The relative confronted the men outside about the theft and was shot by the man, who then fled the scene. The shooting victim was flown to a trauma center for treatment. The shooting suspect, described as having a thin build, and was last seen wearing a red bandana. Miller was arrested on Peace Street shortly after the theft. He was arraigned and taken to the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $500,000 bail. If anyone has information about that shooting suspect, they're asked to call Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940 or submit a tip at hazletonpolice.com. A Hazleton man was arrested over the weekend following a fight that left another man with serious injuries. Police were called to the 200 block of West Diamond Avenue around 9 Saturday night for reports of a fight. 44-year-old Hakeem Perkins was taken into custody as he tried to flee the scene. The 31-year-old victim was taken to a regional trauma center with reported severe injuries. Perkins was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault with serious bodily injury, criminal trespass, and burglary. 2 arrests were made and 120 bags of heroin were found after police searched an apartment in the city of Hazleton. 23-year-old Ramir Trayi Brayboy and 24-year-old Anthony Hassan King were taken into custody after an investigation by Hazleton's Narcotics Unit and Special Operations Group. Police say they retrieved 120 bags of suspected heroin and fentanyl, over 13 grams of crack cocaine, a gram of crystal meth, and over $1,000 in cash, all that from an apartment on East 6th Street. Brayboy was charged with possession with intent to deliver. King faces charges of delivery of a controlled substance and criminal use of a communications facility. Both men also had previous drug convictions. They were taken to prison for lack of $100,000 bail each. It was a traffic stop that led to the arrest of a Pittston man in Hazel Township. State police pulled over a vehicle for speeding near North Church and 34th Streets February 1st. The passenger, 27-year-old Arnie Sutton, was wanted for failure to appear in court for a charge of drug possession with intent to deliver. Troopers also found about 60 grams of marijuana inside the vehicle. Sutton was charged with possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia. 3 communities in Schuylkill County are now cracking down on blighted properties. McAdoo, Klein Township, and Banks Township are all taking steps to clean up the south side. Klein Township is in the process of contacting property owners of blighted properties about making repairs to ensure that the structures are safe. 3 properties were sold last year and cleaned up after the owners did not pay property tax. Banks Township hired a code enforcement officer 4 years ago who has helped correct numerous properties throughout the township. McAdoo's mayor, Dane Watrow, along with council members, plan on hiring more part-time code officers to work in conjunction with the police department on addressing blighted properties throughout the borough. A large crowd converged on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre yesterday. It was an Enough is Enough rally against gun violence. The event was brought about by the recent high school shooting in Florida last week that left 17 people dead. Activists spoke to the crowd about the need for more gun control.
Our children should go to the playground and play and be children and not worry about being shot.
Wilkes-Barre Police Commander Ron Foy talked to parents about keeping a close eye on their children and also urged the public to report any suspicious activity.
Sit down, think, talk to your kids, realize what your kids are doing, realize what the people around you are doing.
Chloe, a student from Wyoming Valley West, has concerns about being safe in public places.
I recently went to a concert too, and we were all thinking to ourselves, what if something could happen here? You know, like everybody's scared. It's not just me.
Yesterday's event was organized by Action Together in EPA. An Ashley nightclub, which has been in the spotlight after an alleged gang-related shooting earlier this month, may be facing foreclosure. Bentley's nightclub on Route 309 received a foreclosure notice today from SMS Financial Strategic Investments out of Phoenix. The lender alleges that the $1.2 million mortgage is in default. The business is said to have not made a mortgage payment since October and owes the principal plus over $95,000 in interest and late fees. Coming up on WYLN News, February is Heart Month, and our Julia Wiegand tells us about one event. Plus, how long would it take to dance to raise $10.2 million? We'll find out. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Overnight, the rain continues with a low of around 40. Tomorrow, we start off with some fog, then late day sun. Look at that, the high 65. Wednesday, light rain with a high of 69. But don't get too excited. Look at Thursday, rain and 40. And I wonder why my voice is doing what it is. We will be right back.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup with a Snow Dog plow, or have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. February is Ram Truck Month. Stop in today.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Hazleton's Health and Wellness Center held their Red Couch event promoting heart health this morning. What is that? Julia Wiegand has the details.
Lehigh Valley Health and Wellness Center here in Hazleton promoted the Red Couch today. A frequent question is, what is the Red Couch?
So when I think about it, for me, it's a mission actually for women for heart disease.
Every 80 seconds, a woman dies from heart disease in our country. Lehigh Valley Heart Institute is trying to prevent heart disease by bringing awareness to everyone about what we can do to avoid it. Prevention tips are out there for patients.
Discontinue cigarette use, monitor your blood pressure, maintain diet that's heart healthy, weight reduction, avoidance of salt.
Women and men sat down on the Red Couch today to show their support. Signs were placed around with self-challenges for the year to take pictures with. Every self-challenge can help with the prevention of heart disease.
Heart disease in women is sometimes overlooked. We sometimes don't think that we are having a heart attack. They're very subtle symptoms, so I want everyone to be aware of that, especially as a woman. Anything subtle, you maybe don't feel well, you have lightheadedness, you have a little bit of jaw pain, maybe not necessarily chest pain. Make sure that you don't take it lightly.
Make sure you get help. Don't drive yourself to the hospital if you think you're having a heart attack. Call 911 so they can get to you as soon as possible. Reporting from Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Thank you, Julia. And one of those signs talked about exercise. Well, how about this for a way to spend a weekend? Dance and raise money for childhood cancer research and patient care. At the end of the annual Penn State IFC Panhellenic Dance Marathon, 46 hours of uninterrupted dancing netted nearly $10.2 million. Sitting and sleeping? Not allowed at the university's Bryce Jordan Center. The event, better known as Thon, is believed to be the largest student-run charity in the world. Thon has raised more than $140 million since 1977. Although this year's $10.2 million is an impressive amount, in 2014, students collected $13.3 million. Pennsylvania native and now America's sweetheart, Adam Rippon, claimed his first medal for figure skating at the 2018 Winter Olympics over the weekend. The Clark Summit native and the first openly gay athlete to qualify for the U.S. Winter Olympics took home a bronze medal after he dazzled audiences on Saturday. Rippon also received a tweet from Senator Bob Casey saying, "Your infectious spirit and positive attitude have been an inspiration." Congratulations, Adam. Coming up on Park Crest News Choice, getting ready for Camp Cadet. We have the details ahead in Community and You. Plus, we are in the final days before the American Cancer Society telethon. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Next question.
What makes you think that you're tough enough to be governor?
Well, I completed Army Ranger training and I served as a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division.
But any experience creating jobs?
For over 25 years, I worked with America's most respected companies on growth and creating opportunities.
But what qualifications could you possibly have preparing for all the fighting, arguing, and bickering in Harrisburg?
Well, my wife Dawn and I raised 5 children.
Paul Mango, he's ready to serve.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perrin. I'm very pleased to have with me once again Jane Doherty and Clemmy Umona, the co-chairs for the 40th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon that will be broadcast right here on WYLN and live from our studios this year at 10th and Thompson. And Clemmy, every year when we get together, the telethon has a theme. We have a mission statement through the ACS. And this year, the theme is actually playing on our years of service a little bit.
Yes. It's 40 years of giving, so many can go on living.
What a great statement.
It's terrific, and that's exactly what has occurred in the 40 years. Because at the very beginning, we couldn't get a survivor to come on and present themselves because it was supposed to be a curse, and they used to call it the C word. But as a result, now survivors come on and they wear it like a badge of courage. And it's wonderful to know that we've seen these people over the years come on with their plight, that they're on chemo and whatnot, and now they're functioning a normal life. And it's a wonderful thing.
It is. It's truly amazing to see. And during the telethon, Joe Clark usually has the survivor interviews, and it's just so amazing to hear their stories, how it was found, the road they've gone through, all the treatment, and to be in remission or to be getting to remission, and talking about living and going forward. And that kind of plays into the mission statement for the ACS.
The mission statement is terrific. The American Cancer Society's mission is to save lives, celebrate lives, and lead the fight for a world without cancer.
That's what we're here for.
And you know, it's amazing. We would love in our lifetime, my lifetime anyhow, to say we're out of business. We close our doors. And hopefully there have been so many advances, and all due to the monies received for research and also for services that we give to our survivors and as well as patients.
Right. And that's one thing, you know, we talk about raising the money and doing the telethon and seeing exactly where all that money goes to. And Jane, a good chunk of it, most of all of it, stays right here in the greater Hazleton area.
Yes, absolutely it does, Gary. Our services include things like the Road to Recovery program, which is a program of volunteer drivers who will take you to your cancer treatment no matter where, no matter how many times, no matter the weather, even like today when it's snowing. We have a free wig program, no questions asked, professionally styled. We have a Look Good, Feel Better program also, where professionals will help you to learn how to fix your hair and do your makeup so you look a little bit more normal while you're undergoing treatment. There's Hope Lodge. We have 2 of those in Pennsylvania, Hershey and Philadelphia, where you and your family can stay for free while you're undergoing treatment. Many, many wonderful services. Of course, we also fund research, and that's very necessary because that's how we're finding cures for cancer. In Pennsylvania, there are 47 Nobel Prize winners who have done cancer research for the American Cancer Society, and that's just a wonderful thing. Without research, we would be back in the dark ages yet, but look how far we've come in our 40 years.
And I know, and just looking at that, you know, Clemmy had said, you know, 40 years ago, couldn't get somebody to come on as a survivor and talk about it. Today, I mean, we have 1 or 2 an hour, plus more, that come in and talk to us.
We'll have at least 2 every hour.
Wonderful. And that's just the testament of the work that's being done, the research that's going into it, and now being able to suppress it, go into remission, and have these people come and talk about it. And, you know, there's a gamut, a list of cancers, and we've seen even come through our telethon of people talking about what they're doing and how they're doing each and every year. And there are a lot of services, as we said, provided. There's a lot of things that people don't even know of that the ACS does, especially when they're going through treatment and getting help, getting their family help as well.
Yes, indeed. We have all of the services that I spoke about before, but we have a lot of things that don't cost the American Cancer Society money. I brought my props today. We have groups of people who make these. They're called chemo caps. They are donated to the American Cancer Society. We donate them to cancer patients in the greater Hazleton area. When you're losing your hair, especially in the winter like this, you need something to keep you warm. We have hats. We have a great group called the Cranberry Quilters in Hazleton. They make these. They make tote bags, and in the tote bag is a pillow that you can hold when you're undergoing treatment. Makes things a little more comfortable. And they also have this is a hand warmer. You can put your hands in there, keep them nice and toasty, and a seatbelt cover. This is important if you're undergoing radiation and you come out, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but you need to wear your seatbelt, of course. This will make it a little bit easier for you. And the last one is a new product. And this came about from my church, actually, First Presbyterian Church in Hazleton. And we're calling these Mia Strong bags. And Mia is a little girl who lives in Ohio, but her parents are from Hazleton. Her grandparents still live here. Her great-grandparents live here. She recently underwent treatment for Burkitt lymphoma. She's 6 years old.
Wow.
When she was in the hospital in Ohio, she got some supplies that made her day a little brighter. And my church decided that we would make them for patients in the greater Hazleton area. What's in a Mia Strong bag? things like this: Play-Doh, a puzzle, some colored pencils, some drawing, coloring books, and a book that the American Cancer Society produced called I Can Survive. So every child will get one of these bags in the Hazleton area, and we're calling them Mia Strong bags in her honor.
Wonderful. So there is a lot that goes on, and where this money goes to, it stays here in our area so we can be able to provide the services to everyone throughout the greater Hazleton area who is battling cancer, and help them get through this. And there's just a lot. So again, telethon is Saturday, February 24th, here at the Wyln studios from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And you can call that famous number to get all that information. What am I missing, Clemmy?
Well, we have another co-chairman. It's Randy Pachins.
Right.
Now, she's in phase of the entertainment, and she has two wonderful co-chairmen with Sherry O'Donnell and Michelle Jarosky, and they coordinate all the entertainment we get from start to finish. And it's a job. Well, we have such great talent in Hazleton that it's not only Hazleton area, and they attract, and they also manage with fashion shows, and they put on different, and it makes it entertaining as well. It's just not us pitching for money.
Wonderful. That's right. We have a lot that goes on with these telethons, a lot of entertainment and fun. It really is to come out and see what goes on here at the ACS Telethon. Thanks for joining us here on Community and You. We'll see you next time.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
ETA Benefits is a full-service independent insurance agency and employee benefits advisory firm proud to serve Northeastern and Central Pennsylvania since 1999. Call 570-669-5050 or go online to etabenefits.com.
Boyer Insurance Agency, 78 Sugarloaf Avenue in Sugarloaf. Quality coverage, competitive rates, discounts, recreational vehicles, boats, campers, and motorcycles. Find the coverage you want at the right price. Call them at 570-788-3543.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. Two great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Frackville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazleton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
And we want to let you know that just as we were coming on the air this evening, it was announced out of Harrisburg that the state has released the new Pennsylvania congressional map, and it could boost the Democratic Party's quest to get control of the House. We will have more on that on the WYLN Facebook page as well as WYLN News tomorrow evening at 5:30. And also, make a correction there, those were the two wonderful ladies who are commandeering the upcoming annual American Cancer Society Telethon with our Gary Perna in Community and You. And we will have our Camp Cadet portion for you later in the week. Now, just another reminder that the 40th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon is coming up this Saturday right here at the WYLN studios from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. Our Julie Stefanovich spoke with one of the co-chairs about this year's event.
The American Cancer Society Telethon is just days away, and this morning organizers came up to WYLN for this year's photo op. The 2018 theme is 40 years of giving so many can go on living. Co-chair Clemmy Yamona gives gratitude to the founders Henry and Leona Kreisel and Joe and Irene Gans. This year's telethon will be broadcast live right here from WYLN, which Yamona says was a dream of the late Joe Gans.
If it wasn't for these four individuals, we would not have had an American Cancer Society in this area. And I must commend the greater Hazleton area. They have been so generous to us in the years that we have raised so much money for so that we could conquer cancer.
The monies raised goes towards research and local ACS programs and services.
We have all these different programs that are presented for the survivors, and as a result, this is where this money, and it has helped in many, many different ways.
Many cancer survivors will be on hand this Saturday to volunteer and also to talk about their journeys.
About 25 years ago, there was no such thing as some people surviving. And today, we have survivors every hour on the hour at the telethon telling us they're here to tell their story. And today, survivors wear it like a badge of courage.
The annual ACS Telethon takes place this Saturday, February 24th from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. at Wyln. The day features entertainment, bake sales, a free health fair, and tricky trays. And if you can't make it to the telethon, phone banks will be open so you can call throughout the day to make a donation at 570-459-1212. In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefnovich.
Going to be a big Saturday. Hope you'll join us. Right now, stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
E&R Cycle, located on South Route 309, is now your Textron Off-Road side-by-side ATV dealer. Textron Off-Road is proud of their past and driven by the future to give you the best off-road ATV, with power and performance. You can build and price your vehicle. Choose from the basic Stampede to Stampede 4X or the side-by-side Wildcat Trail to the Sport or LTD model. No matter which one you choose, you'll have an ATV that will get the job done. Stop in or call E&R Cycle at 570-455-7430.
For creative cuisine and handcrafted cocktails, visit Four Blooms in Drums.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible, with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Weather on WYLN TV 35 is brought to you by Damn User for Congress.